Drop the forks out completely, you said. Genuine Triumph seals only, you said. Sealy do a special tool, you said. Right, thanks very much for all the comments. I've listened, I've thought about it, and I'm going to do as everybody said and put the fork on a clamp and try and take it apart properly and drive the seal home using the proper tool, and we'll see how we get on. And fingers crossed, it's second time lucky, it actually works. Right, so this is what we're looking at now. The old seal has come out and everything in there looks quite good. Like there's no sort of damage or anything. Oops, I've cleaned out the oil. The bushing, you can see it's still got its like Teflon coating. So everything is really good in there. There's no damage or anything. There's no damage on the fork leg either. This is how I'm going to do it, and I'll show you just in case anybody does want to install this on a Rocket 3 and uses this as a reference guide. We're going to take some cling film, just put it over the top of the fork stanchion. Right, I've just rubbed some fork oil onto the seal. Now I'm going to slide the seal over the top of the tube, but I'm going to have it righting side down, which I think I messed up last time round. I think I fitted it the wrong way round. So if everybody said, oh, you fit the seals the wrong way round, I probably did, to be honest. So hold myself up to that. That was a bit of a rookie mistake. But then again, I am a rookie, so that's probably makes sense. So righting side down, just slide this on, and then the cling film's there so that it doesn't damage the seal at all when it goes on. Cling film off. Just going to slide this in here. Right, next I'm going to take my tool, and you'll notice it makes a different noise when it's fully seated. Notice how easy everything is when you've got the correct tools. Right, I need to refit this little circlet, so carefully over so it doesn't damage the chrome. Just slot that into place. Make sure it's in the groove all the way around. Right, this is the left fork, all filled with oil. I'm testing it up and down, and there's nothing. Not a single leak. This is a fork full of oil. And it's dry as a bone, which I'm very, very relieved to see. Right, from one oil leak to another, we now need to start working on the oil that's misting down the back of the engine, which is probably this rocker cover gasket. But we're gonna have to get the... What the hell do you think you're doing? Well, I was just about to talk to the guys about the oil leak. Well, you haven't finished this yet. The fork's got to go back on. The brake pads need changing. They look all rusty. You've got loads to do. The video, we have to fix the oil leaks on the Rocket 3. Well, I know you did, but you're going to have to fix this first and then start working on that. Okay, fine, I'll put the forks back together first. We better do as he said, didn't we? So, I'm going to start with the brake pads. They do look a bit worn out. They're rusted. They've been on the bike a long time. When I took the bike out, they did make a little bit of a noise that I don't think should have been there. So, I've spent 60 quid on some Brembo blue pads. They are a little bit higher friction coefficient than the red ones. And I think whoever owns this bike next, it's a big heavy bike, so to have proper pads, the discs have got loads of meat left on them, and then the front brake will be working as it should. Right, with the wheel off, it's a good opportunity just to try and polish the rim as much as possible. So I'm just going to use a bit of a Scotch pad and some Auto Seal. Just try and get rid of as much of the black brake dust as I can before the wheel goes back on. It won't be perfect, but it'll have a little bit of a improvement on what it was before. That's that black stuff coming off. Right, that is the bike back on its wheels. I've got a couple of trim pieces to fit, which I thought was investing. I thought was worth investing in. It was £40 for these two. I think it goes on that way. And rather than try and improve the rusted chrome that was all pitted in here, I just thought because it's right at the front of the bike, it was probably worth it just to have new on this occasion. Right, I think that actually really has helped set the bike off. Let's just look at the bike as it stands. Not bad. Right, so I did promise that we go through the costings of this bike so far. So we spent £3,325 on the bike, £155 on delivery. Tax was 67. Now you know all that from last video, so here's the update for this video. The part spend is now totaling £270. Consumables like the scouring brushes and the polish and that kind of thing are at £20-ish. I've spent £36 on paint, lubricants, that's engine oil and fork oil essentially, £60. Bear in mind I've had to buy fork oil twice because of my mistake. And we've also spent £101 on tools that I didn't have, the majority of that being the fork driver kit. I've also got a 25 quid MOT planned. Now at the moment, I'm just counting that as the price of the MOT, but we all know how old bikes and MOTs, the costs can spiral, but I'm going to, fingers crossed, it's going to be okay. Total of all that is £4,053. So that's how much the bike owes us in total. Now I am trying to sell the bike for £4,500. I was advised by a dealer that it's worth that all day long. So that was quite positive. I feel like I could achieve that price. If you are interested in buying the bike, then obviously let me know because I'll sell it to whoever basically comes first. First come, first serve sort of thing. The few things to do left on the bike are give it a 12-month MOT, a full service, and then there's that leak of engine oil from the rocker cover gasket, and then a few bits of paint, new mirrors, few trim pieces here and there, but it's just a little bit of a tidying up. Oh, and the dent on the tank. So I've got to do that as well. But there's a few little tidy up pieces. As soon as we've done the service and the engine and the MOT, then we're kind of cruising to the home straight. Guys, let me know what you think about the video. Really appreciate all the comments so far. If I've done anything wrong, then let me know in the comments and I'll change it for next time. But thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.